For decades, we've been told two very different stories about artificial intelligence. One story says it's a magical, super intelligent brain that will eventually outsmart us all. The other story says it's just a glorified calculator. But here is the strange truth. Both stories are wrong when you strip away the hype, the fear, and the complicated mathematics. AI isn't magic, and it isn't actually thinking. At least not in the way you and I do. So how does a pile of computer code learn to drive a car, write a poem, or diagnose a disease? It turns out the secret isn't in complex formulas. It's in a simple logic puzzle that humans figured out how to automate. Welcome to the Did You Know AI? Today we're opening the black box to see how AI really works. To understand modern AI, we first have to understand what came before it. Traditional programming. Imagine you want to teach a computer to recognize a cat. In the old days, you had to act like a strict rule maker. You would write code that says, if the object has triangular ears and whiskers and fur, then it is a cat. This works fine. Until you show the computer a picture of a Scottish fold cat, which has folded ears, or a SPHYNX cat, which has no fur. The computer crashes. The rules failed. You can't possibly write a rule for every single exception in the universe. This is where machine learning, the core of modern AI, changed the game. Instead of giving the computer the rules, we decided to give it the answer key. Think of AI as a toddler. You don't teach a toddler the geometric definition of a cat. You just show them 1,000 cats and say cat. Then you show them 1,000 dogs and say, not cat. Eventually, the toddler's brain notices patterns on its own. It realizes, oh, that specific ear shape usually means cat. Modern AI is simply a machine designed to look at millions of examples and find its own patterns. Patterns so subtle that humans often can't even describe them. So how does the computer see these patterns? It uses something called a neural network. Now don't let the name scare you. It's called neural because it mimics the human brain. But you should think of it more like a series of filters, like a stack of seeds. Imagine you're trying to identify a handwritten number. Let's say the number 9. The first layer of the AI looks at the pixels. It doesn't see a 9, it just asks simple questions. Is there a straight line here? Is there a curve there? It passes that information to the second layer. This layer combines those lines. It says, hey, that curve at the top, that's a circle. And that line at the bottom, that's a vertical stroke. Finally, the last layer puts it all together. It concludes a circle on top, plus a line on the bottom is highly likely to be a 9. This is deep learning. It's just layers of logic. The first layers see simple shapes. In the deeper layers, see complex concepts. It's not magic, it's an assembly line of information. But here is the million-dollar question. How does the AI know which filters work? How does it know that a circle on top means a 9 and not a 6? It learns through a process, remarkably similar to the childhood game of hot or cold. When the AI is first born, its brain is empty, it's garbage. If you show it a picture of a cat, it will guess toaster when the AI guesses wrong. The system sends a signal back through the network. This is the cold signal. It tells the AI you were wrong. Adjust your settings in computer science. We call those settings weights or parameters. Imagine a giant mixing board with billions of knobs. Every time the AI makes a mistake, it tweaks the knobs just a tiny bit. It does this millions of times over and over, continuously getting feedback. Eventually, all the knobs are tuned perfectly so that when a cat picture goes in, the word cat comes out. The AI doesn't know what a cat is. It is just tuned. It's mathematical dials to react to the pixels of a cat. So that explains how the AI recognizes things. But what about the AI that writes essays or creates art? This is generative AI like ChatGPT. Here the logic is slightly different. Instead of a true or false game, it's playing a game of fill in the blank. Imagine you have read every book in the Library of Congress. If I say to you the quick brown fox jumps over the, you know the next word is lazy. Why? Not because you used a calculator, but because you have seen those words together so many times. The probability is 99% that lazy comes next. Generative AI is essentially a superpowered autocomplete. It looks at the word you just typed, checks its massive database of human language, and calculates statistically what is the most satisfying word to put next. It isn't sharing a fact, it isn't telling the truth. It is predicting the most likely sound a human would make. In that context, it is a mirror reflecting our own language back at us. When we look at AI, it's easy to feel like we're looking at an alien intelligence, but the reality is much more grounded. It is a tool built on logic, trial and error, and a massive amount of human data. It doesn't possess wisdom. It possesses experience borrowed from us. It is the simple thing that became complex, just by doing it a billion times in a row. If you enjoyed this peek inside the machine, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps our algorithm know you want more content like this. This has been the Did You Know AI. Thanks for watching.